Hello YouTube, back once again with my iZombie reviews. Here we are with the season finale, Blaine's World. Let's talk about it. I thought this was a slight disappointment, this finale. Essentially what's going on is, in this episode is they're trying to find the guy who killed that girl in, like, the hotel room at the end of the last episode. What Clive and Liv are trying to do that, and like trying to figure out like what information he has on his drive. And it's information about the place, the company that makes like the evil like energy drink thing that kills people. So that happened. So that's what's going on with them, and that's what's going on with them. And while this is going on, the far more interesting plotline is you see Major is being locked in a freezer by Blaine and his evil group of zombies, trying to torture him for the astronaut brain information and where they are. And yeah, so that's what's going on in this episode. I can say it was really disappointing. Like, on the grounds that, like, a good part of this episode, Liv is not at all connected to, like, the evil Blaine zombie group thing. It's just her going after the company. I'm just like, I don't care that much. The one thing that's interesting, though, is the company is aware that there are zombies, that the zombies do exist, like, and they are going to try to exploit this somehow. So that was interesting. But besides that, it was just kind of like, oh god, like, come on, Liv, just become part of the, just figure out what's going on. Go fight Blaine's group already. And it's even more of a disappointing that Clive still doesn't know that zombie exists. And my only thought is, come on, Clive, I want Clive to be part of the like, final battle, but he wasn't, and that was a pity. Oh, major props to the character Major. Was this guy ever so resourceful? Even when he's locked in a freezer, he ends up like being able to make his own fire, and then he's able to use it to escape the freezer. Then comes back, shotguns blazing, and starts blowing at all like the evil zombies up. I'm just like, I'm like, wow, Major, Major's being so much more accomplished than you are this episode. And yeah, so it was fun seeing Major just kicking ass, just kicking so much ass this episode. And yeah, but eventually, though, right after Major kills what he thinks is the last zombie, Blaine shows up, stabs him, he starts bleeding out on the floor, but then Liv shows up and shoots Blaine not through the head but through the chest, and then Blaine's just like, you know, Liv, I keep the zombies of this town, of this city, I know where they all are, I keep them all fed. Like, if I didn't exist, the zombie apocalypse would begin. And I did like that. I did sort of like how they started adding that thought, like, oh yeah, like what now that like they've taken down Blaine's group, who, like, will there be like an all-out zombie apocalypse? But then what happens is, oh god, I kind of saw this one coming. Basically, Liv finds Major just bleeding out, and then Blaine's like, oh, you didn't know that your girlfriend's a zombie? And he's like, ha ha ha, and then Major just like, you're a zombie. And then she's like, yes, I'm a zombie. And then he passes out from he's dying. So then something really interesting happened. Two really interesting things happens. First, what happens is Blaine's just like, oh, fine, you killed all my zombie cohorts, and then he's just like, I'll make more of them. So Liv takes the experimental zombie cure drug, just stabs Blaine with it, and says, there, now you're my guinea pig to see if this thing works or not. And I was just like, wow, that is actually really cool. I was like, wow, that is freaking awesome. And 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 then you kind of saw this was coming, and I was just like, wow, this is pretty cool. Liv then ends up turns Major into a zombie to save him, and I was just like, okay, cool. But then when we cut back, it's basically Liv just like, yes, I'm a zombie, and then I am kind of glad to a certain degree that Major's like, you do realize you let me check into a mental institution, nearly be killed like 5 times, like. So much shit happened to me that could so easily been avoided if you just said, I'm a zombie, let me explain everything to you. And she's like, oh, well, we can be together now. It's just like, I don't know if I want to be together with you. And then I was just like, oh, God, I really did not want to see this plotline happen. But at least he's not like, well, I'm going to have to kill you now, but oh, well, but whatever. And then essentially, so then Liv takes the basically sacrifices her first chance of becoming human again, and gives Major the second half of the zombie cure dose that they have. And my only thought was like, oh, god damn it, come on, don't do a psych out like that. Like, why didn't you just like let Major become a zombie and let that go back with season 2? Like, make him become a helpful zombie detective crime fighter or whatnot in this, but yeah, whatever. So that happened, and so all that happened, and then also they're able, while this is going on, they're able to get the information of like what that guy killed that girl from the last episode for. They're able to get him with Clive just being a badass the way he's getting it, because just basically they're able to get him and bring him into the office for questioning, and then the guy's just like, okay, I'll tell you, but I want full immunity. And Clive's like, well, how about this? How about you tell me, or I let you go outside free and say you were fully cooperative and told me everything, and then you'll be killed by the evil CEO group. And the guy's like, oh crap, fine. So now it's people are aware that this energy drink kills people and sometimes turns them into zombies, and I did like when when the CEO, when they were saying the CEO was like, well, does this mean the company's over? And it was very end of a season kind of line. He's just like, oh no, this has only just begun. And so yeah, definitely lines like that got me excited for season 2. But then this episode ended on something that was really cool, because my only thought was like, oh well, you know what's the one thing you didn't play? The fact that Blaine Blaine hired Liv's younger brother. And no, that does play, because what happens is the police captain, he goes to the deli place, whatever is the one where Blaine's evil group, and what's going on in the inside is the zombie police captain, and finds all of the things dead, so he writes out Blaine's name in blood on the wall that blows the place up with him in it. And to which Clive finds the word Blaine, and he's now also suspecting that Major may have a hand in this somehow. So very interesting thoughts going into the next season, like that Major could be someone on the run or thrown in prison, and Clive may finally figure out what's going on with the zombie apocalypse, with the whole zombie thing. I want Clive to become part of the zombie thing already. Come on, let Clive to be part of this already. It's getting annoying, but finally, when the police captain blew the place up, showing up for his first day on the job was Liv's brother, and he gets caught in the explosion, and this led to an unshockingly dark scene with Liv just standing outside, and then the doctor's like, he's O negative, and we don't have any O negative blood, and then Liv's mom's like, oh no, wait, but Liv's O negative, she can save him, and then Liv's like, I can't do it. Cuts to black, that's your season, and I was just like, wow, that is one dark way to end this season show. I wonder, so, I can say for for cards to be played in the next season, I would love to see come back this next season, one, I just want Clive to find out that there's zombies through through Blaine, and knowing that someone named Blaine is part of this, and also Major. I would love to see that. Yeah, want to see if there's some negative repercussions to the zombie cure with Blaine and Major. Want to see if something cool happens with that. Also, I want to see if there's some really dark psychological damage with Liv in the next season for the fact she basically just had to let her brother die because she couldn't reveal zombies existed, and or couldn't turn her brother into didn't have it in her to turn her brother into a zombie, and yeah, those are in that. And also, what the heck is that for the fact that there could now be a full-out zombie apocalypse on these characters' hands, for the fact that, now that there's not a fresh stash of brains, going on. And finally, the fact that, like, basically, now the evil company is trying to make a new version of the energy drink that will make you super strong and violent, but won't turn you into a zombie, so they can essentially create super soldiers. So those five plot lines are ones I really want to see explored in the next season. But I can say it was a great season, great first season of a new show. I'll be shooting and it was. Even though I thought it was a slight disappointment, it was still a great season finale. Definitely left me excited for season 2. God, no more iZombie. I'm gonna miss having something to watch on Tuesday nights. And, yeah, and I will be shooting a season 1 review of this show late in a few days. YouTube, as always, please subscribe. I will see you next time.